So welcome back to the March Basic Sampler here at Close to Home in Southington. Your March kits will be available beginning Saturday, March 18th. So bring in your completed February block before March 31st to receive the March kit free. Also, we will be having select Finish the Bolts this weekend for 50% off. Great for backings. Also, are you looking to save some money on a sewing machine, a serger, a sit-down quilting machine, a long arm? We have a link attached to the email that are drastically reduced. Some are brand new in a box, so please check out the link. Also, watch your emails for the March Madness sale, now in effect until March 31st. And the fabric is 25% off, but as you know, it does exclude the sampler fabrics. Okay? So this month, we are working with a Marty Mitchell ruler. It is the log cabin ruler. I believe we did this in Basic last year, so you may already have the ruler. It cuts your strips either 2.5 or 1.5, and we are doing the 2.5 size. And it cuts your strips as long as you need them. So your block is made with all the exact size pieces that you're looking for. Okay. So let's take a look at the block and how we put it together. So a log cabin consists of one side which is typically light and one side is typically on the dark side. So it goes right out to the orange. Our first squares are the A, and I'll show you that. We're going to sew 2 A's, to a B, to a B, to a C, always working in a clockwise direction, to the D's and the E's, and the very last one is an F, and I will show you that. Also, I've put this on the board so you can take a look at it. Please best press first. Your strips must be cut at 2.5, and I've gone ahead and I will show you how to cut the strips. Oh, rotary cutter. All right, so the strips can be cut simply from the ruler itself. All these strips have been best pressed, but they can be folded and cut together. It doesn't really matter. But this side of our ruler is the 2.5 inch wide side. So if you're looking at the ruler, these strips are cut 2.5 inches wide from the edge of the ruler to this solid line. So we're going to clean up one edge of our strip like we always do, just like this. I'm just going to put this right to the edge as far as I can and make a nice straight cut. A little bit more here. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to turn this around, and this is my cut side. So now my cut side is going to go right against the solid line, and this will cut a 2.5 inch strip. So as long as my cut, cleaned up straight edge is along the solid line of my ruler, I have 2.5 inch square. This is great for any of the 2.5 inch jelly rolls or strip bundles that we carry. Okay. All right. So you're just going to go ahead and do this with every single strip. Cut these all at 2.5. Okay. Then the directions have you cut 2 A sizes, 2 B's, 2 C's, D's, E's, and 1 F. So we're going to start with let's see. Let's start with the red, sorry. All right, so we're going to start with the A. And my A is both a blue and a white. So I'm going to cut this 2.5 just so we can get started. But I've already cut these. So let's just say this was my 2.5 inch strip. I'll flip this around. that right back on there. And we're going to use that line again, right here. We'll cut that 2.5. So as long as the cleaned up edge is along my solid line of my ruler, I can go ahead and trim this. All right, so I need 2 A's. So we have this 2.5-inch strip. And all I have to do is, this end isn't really cleaned up, but these sides are 2.5. So literally you can use any of these lines on the ruler to cut a nice corner, nice 90-degree corner. So I'm just going to use this line going across my ruler, get it really close to the edge so I don't waste too much. And now I can trim this, and I have 3 sides that are straight. All right, once I have that, just flip this around. I'm going to look at the ruler, and as you can see, we have the A is here, and then the next section goes up to B, the next section goes up to C, etc., etc., etc. So we're going to cut the A just to this, just exactly to the size. This ruler really has everything that I need on it. So my strip is put on the line, cut on the edge, and I'm looking right here at my dotted line for the A. And I'm just going to lay it right here, and I'm going to cut a blue. And then I also need a B piece. So I'm going to use my ruler again. I'm going to slide it over to the B section. So here I'm going to slide it, stop right on the B, and I have the exact size that I need all the way around. Okay. I'm going to continue to do this, making cuts of my A, same of my white, a B of the white, a C, a D, and an E. I will not need an F white. All right, so each one gets cut, and we're just going to set them up in ABCs. So to get started, again, we're going to start with our center 2 squares, the A's. My white square should always be on the left on my block. So I'm going to start with the white, add the blue. I'm going to press that to the blue. I'm going to add my B. Again, always going clockwise around my square. Every single piece will fit together. If you're finding that your pieces are a little too long, perhaps, you should go back and check your 1/4 inch. You should check your cutting. And of course, nothing quite ready to press. All right, so let's sew our first centerpiece. And I'm just going to finger press this for now as I go around. I don't want to stretch it out of proportion, so I'm just going to give it a really good finger press toward the blue side. Okay, so I'm just going to push this right over to the blue and give it a little finger press. So as I lay it here, I have my white, my blue, and I'm ready for the next one, which is the blue. It's going to match up perfectly. Go ahead and sew that. All right. What we don't want to do is to flip our seam in the wrong direction. So I'm going to be very careful when I get to the seam allowance. I like to check, make sure it's nice and flat. This side is matched up perfectly. We have 2 rectangles exactly the same size. If this top one was too long or too short versus the bottom one, I would go back and check your 1/4 inch seam. Check that you cut it on the right lines on the ruler. Okay. So we're just going to keep going. We're going to build us a log cabin. All right, so here we are. We're going to finger press this to the blue. Give it a little finger press. Put my 2 pieces exactly where they go, and then we have the white. So I'm building all the whites on this side and building all the colors to the right-hand side. So here's that piece. Go ahead and sew that. And again, match up your corners. These pieces should be right on the money. Okay, right there. I match my corner. If I have to pull just a little bit on my pieces just to match them up, but they're lying very flat, it's a good thing. Finger press. To the white. So we'll keep going. I need another white up here, so I'm going to grab my white C and go ahead and sew these. Just going to keep going all the way around. Check now I have 2 seam allowances that I'm taking a look to make sure that they are going in the right direction. So I don't like to twist the seam allowances. Just put my finger right there at the end, just give it a little bit of a pull, and the feed dogs take the blocks right in. Nice 1/4 inch seam. One more time, we're going to press and put my block right back the way it was. So white, blue, blue, white, white. Now I'm working on the red. And if you have them all lined up, there's no grabbing the wrong one. So that's really nice. Well, I suppose there is, but... All right, so let's get that together. Marty Mitchell makes several different size, she calls them my favorite log cabin ruler. She makes a couple different sizes. You want to make sure that you have the ruler that's the 1.5 strip and 2.5 strip that finishes at 1 or finishes at 2 inch. These are finished at 2 inch. Okay. So here I am. Next one's the red one down here. So again, I'm working on the darks. If you haven't already started your borders, there's plenty of time. You can come in and purchase your kits. We'll have them cut for you, and all you need to do is pick them up and start making your borders. If you've thought of a different border to do, please come in and show me. I'd love to see it. I like to see what everybody's doing. Okay, keep going. Finger press. Get my orientation back. Now we have the white. Just 3 more. They go very, very quick. Okay, check my seams that they don't flip. Match my corners, nice and straight. I'm trying not to push or pull. At the end, I will give it a nice hot iron, a good press, just to really hold those seams down. Okay, next white. Ooh. So we have our white. Again, going around. Just get longer. Okay, finger press. Oh, now the orange. Okay, we're up to E already. We'll put 2 more sides on. And then we are done. Match your corners. Make sure your corners are right to the end. There we go. These make great setting blocks, like really fun. You could use all kinds of fabrics with these. All right, and the very last one. And we'll give it a nice hot iron. Okay. Now I have one, still 2 seams. Let's erase. That was our last one. See, doesn't take long at all. I'm just going to give this a nice finger press. Here's your block with the white to the blue, to the B, C, C. You have a D, D, the E's, and then the very last one is an F, which is orange only. So this is a nice time to put a little bit of best press back on your block. Give it that one final press. And again, we're not ironing. There's no wrinkles in it, so we don't need to iron. We just need to press our pieces down. Okay. So that is Easy Log Cabin. Remember, it's the Marty Mitchell log cabin ruler, and it is available here at Close to Home. And the number is 8038 as the product code, so make sure you grab the right one. And we'll see you next week or next month. Thank you.